Ladies and gentlemen, today you will learn the 5 habits that keep people weak, that keep people from succeeding and accomplishing the things that they really want out of this world. Each one of these habits, if you could imagine success is a journey up a mountain, each one of these habits is like a 50-pound dumbbell in the backpack which you are carrying. This isn't going to be the normal rah-rah stuff. This is going to go against the grain. And if you really are as serious as you say you are, realize nothing changes if nothing changes. So get serious. Take notes. Retain stuff. And let's get to work. The first habit that keeps people weak is they don't recognize self-limiting beliefs. So you've had a self-limiting belief probably recently in your life, right? Whether you're in sports, you're in school, you're in business, you're in sales, whatever it may be, walking into that consultation, that thought that maybe I don't close this deal. Maybe I don't crush this test. Right? Stuff like that, those are self-limiting beliefs. The idea that you can't start that business, that you're not qualified to start creating content. These are self-limiting beliefs, and realize you're not alone. I get these too. And so do the people that you follow, that you look up to. I guarantee they feel the same way. The only difference is they don't give these beliefs credit. And what I mean by that is whatever belief, that self-limiting belief you've had recently in your life, it doesn't serve you. If it's in business, the idea that you can't start that business and you truly buy into that, you believe that, it serves you nothing. It just creates this wall between you and your dreams for no reason. And those self-limiting beliefs, that's loser dialogue. You need to change that by swapping out a few simple words. Instead of saying, there's no way I can start this business, what if you did start this business? What if you did make 50 grand? What if you did crush that goal? See, that's the language of a winner. Number 2 is living in the comfort zone. Now, this is something we've all been guilty of at some point in our life. At some point, we put on the cruise control. We take our foot off the gas. We look out the window. We enjoy the view. Whether we're winning or whether we're losing, at some point, we've just gotten comfortable. And while the repercussions of your inaction may not come today or tomorrow, realizing you're actually ruining the future down the line that we can't see. Every single day we live a life of comfort. We are casting dirt on the grave of who we are supposed to become as a person. Because genuinely realize, 5 years from now, you are not going to be the same person you are today. So close your eyes. Think, who do you want to be 5 years from now? What do they look like? What do they talk like? Where do they live? What is their house, their cars, their relationships? Whatever it is, what does that look like? Because every day you live a life of comfort, not challenging yourself, not pushing yourself, not being relentless in pursuit of your goals, you are killing that person. So next time you're in bed and you have the covers over you, you just don't feel like giving it your all today, what would they say? What I'm not saying is that you need to seek discomfort to the extreme, that you need to move out, you need to be homeless, you need to eat potatoes, and you need to eat glass. That is not what I'm saying. You need to create your own discomfort. And here's what I mean. If you do not like the heat, go to the sauna. If you do not like to run, good, lace them up. If you don't like the cold, take cold showers every day. Because there's going to come a day where this life, maybe it's not as loyal to you. Maybe the world's not as forgiving. It's not as respectful about your feelings because, quite frankly, it doesn't care. And the storm at some point inevitably does come. So are you going to have the mindset and the mental fortitude to run into it, to endure it as quickly as possible, or to run away from it where it follows you? That's why we need to experience discomfort. Because never forget that diamonds are created through pressure. So just create the pressure. That is the purpose of life, is to grow, to better oneself. So realize through those experiences, those daily little things that you can do to move the needle, that's how you grow. The third habit that keeps people weak is overconsumption. This is society as a whole. It's something that I'm guilty of. It's something that you're guilty of. And what I mean by that is not just over drinking, not just over doing drugs, not just overusing social media, but even energy. Because we all know that time you had a great conversation And maybe it was you or someone else came into the conversation and just brought negativity with them and took the energy out of the conversation. That's overconsumption and negative thoughts. Maybe it's overconsumption and drinking to just delay or numb the actual problems that are occurring in your current reality. Realize in doing this, you're just destroying yourself. There is no true enemy, no one who is more likely to betray you than you yourself. There's no one more likely to stab you in your back besides your habits and the things that you are doing currently to destroy your own success, maybe even before it begins. And the best way to eliminate these junk habits is to remove the junk food. If you're in an environment where all this overconsumption is prevalent in the form of roommates, families, whatever it is, try and correct it. And if you can't, maybe you have to move. And if you're as serious as you actually say you are, maybe you have to move in with family. Maybe you have to move into that friend's couch because maybe that's what it takes. Now, the fourth habit that keeps people weak, that keeps them from succeeding, is one that you've just been lied to about, and that's terrible financial literacy. See, right now, there's this awful lie that you need to spend everything you make to put pressure on yourself just to keep going, and that could not be farther from the truth. If you do that, you just keep increasing your expenses, you'll have nothing left. You just keep spending more money, and you will add this unneeded stress to your life that is completely meaningless. Because it is not so much about how much you make. That's important. But it matters more how much you keep. It goes like this. It is the same as saying, I will get in shape and then I'll start going to the gym. That makes no sense. It's completely backwards. It's the same thing as saying, I will start taking care of and saving my money when I'm rich. That is how you get rich, is having the right financial literacy, the right financial habits. That is how you arrive at wealth. So take care of it now, because if the only thing that changes was the money in your account today, you would just spend more. That's literally what you would do. And if you set a budget, a strict budget to how much you can spend, you have to increase your income to spend more. That's the only way. So it actually pushes you in the right direction. So don't buy into this lie that you need to spend every single dollar you make, because then 5 years from now, you would just be living a lifestyle you can't afford. And if something happens, some emergency, some extreme scenario happens, you won't be prepared. Number 5, and this is by far, I think, the most important. This is by far the one that will resonate with the most people, and one that I'm passionate about, is they ignore all the right signs. If you feel anxious, depressed, uncertain, whatever it may be, that uneasy feeling in your stomach, maybe you feel nothing at all. Maybe over the past couple days, weeks, maybe even months, you've just been numb. You haven't felt anything, nothing good or bad, and you're just lonely. I've been there. Realize you're not alone in this. And those emotions that you're experiencing, that's your compass. That's telling you, hey, we need to avoid the stuff we're doing. We got to avoid all that. We got to make corrections. That's your brain and your body telling you, hey, an adjustment needs to be made. See, people look at depression, anxiety, all that stuff as bad things. Those are warning signs. And by no means am I calling them good, but those are indications that something needs to change. So use them. What are deep down in your heart of hearts the habits you are doing currently that aren't serving you? What's maybe that job you're doing that you just know you have no freaking future in? What's that business that you truly know in the depths of your soul that you want to begin? Now, guys, this list of habits could go on and on for about 3 hours now, but I wanted to take the 5 that have meant the most to me in my life, in the people around me. Everyone has their own unique situation at this point. Almost no two lives are the same, but realize in the next coming days, we're going to endure something very similar. It's 2024. For many of us, we want it to be the year we've always talked about, the year of our dreams, and we finally want to see that come to fruition. But we need to realize that that will not happen if we do not remove the things that are sabotaging us, that are the concrete shoes in which are bad habits to get to our dreams. We need to remove the weight that's holding us back. And you're not alone in this. I know for a fact there's people in your life that feel like they deserve more. So share this with them. Mastermind with them. Reach out to them. Give them a call. Say, hey, what's the plan for next year? What are you looking to do? What's that scary dream that you have deep down that you just never told anyone because you were too scared? I want to know. And tell them yours. And get together and actually plan. Have a productive conversation. Don't go out on the weekends. Don't numb your thoughts. Don't numb the anxiety, the depression, whatever it is. Use it as a compass to go forward. And I promise you, I will keep providing what you need to succeed, and I will be here. You are not alone in this. So reach out. You have ways to contact me in the description. Whatever it takes, you are not alone in this. And let's make 2024 the year that we actually keep talking about, not the one that just lives up here. Let's have our dreams in our hands for once. I'll see you soon.